I see world geography, United States government, English, history, humanities. And which grade is this?
The courses that the student from grade 9 to 12 can take based on their graduation plan.
Okay, so where would math? Can you show us math?
Okay.
There's math, grade 7th grade math. But so this one is showing math is different for each year.
Yes, from grade 6 to grade 8, they will learn for core subjects, ELA, math, social study, and science. And from grade 9 to grade 12, they will choose the credits, the course.
So grade 8 does have Missou.
Yes.
I thought that Missou starts only with grade 9.
For grade 9 and higher, the student can choose a different subject.
Pick one of those you want to see, Terry. Real numbers, scientific notation. Do you know that stuff? I can't hear you. So you know all of it? Pick one that you know or you think that you're at now, and let's take a look at it. See how that matches to what you learn.
Coordinated plane, like graphs.
You're going to need to speak up. I'm waiting for Terry to pick. Okay. Is focused on rational numbers, powers, exponents. You said you've already studied that stuff, right? So can we go down? Lesson 2 is... Okay. Do you understand square roots and things? Midterms? Okay, so you understand that stuff. You understand variables. So this is what you're talking about now, the slope of the graph, intercepts of the graph?
This is grade 8, right? Yes. So, I'm used to this. I should
You've already finished this, or just starting this stuff? You're in the middle?
I just finished my term exam.
Okay, and the idea of intercepts, linear equations, that stuff you kind of understand?
Yeah.
So that's where you're at.
Yeah.
So this is grade 8.
Grade 8.
And that goes up to lesson 7. How many different lessons are there?
Here in grade 8 we have 10 lessons. 3 lessons.
Okay, could I see what is, so you're going so fast I can't see it.
Sorry.
So lesson 9 is functions, and lesson 8 was music. That's strange. Lesson 12, have you heard about functions and linear and nonlinear functions? Not yet?
I know stuff.
So you know the linear functions? I can't hear you. Is that a yes? Yes? Okay. And is there a lesson 11 or lesson 12? Okay. So this is not just math. This is many things. Can we go up a little bit again? So let's stop. It's talking about careers and vocabulary practice. I guess that is not math. How does that relate to math? Like he's saying this is all math. I don't think this is math.
What is the music? 21st century.
Yes. Is that like social sciences, what Eric is teaching, and a different teacher teaches section 3 point?
Part of a lesson, maybe some class, some fun fact about music that we can apply back to music, I guess. Just a small part of the whole lesson 8 of
Okay.
equations or two variables.
Okay, could we see it?
Let's see. Because I'm sorry about the mathematicians, I don't really know.
Okay, YouTube video. What is mastering?
A small part to
How does it relate to math? Do you understand?
It's just music. And vocabulary is just math words. Math vocabulary.
Okay, so the cards, you're supposed to know these. And when he's studying this, he would study this all on his own. He doesn't really need to have. There's a chance you heard he might be in Korea next week or 2 weeks later. If he's in Korea, no problem. He studies everything here by himself online. Is that correct?
so really he can study on his own because
We live here in Danang.
yes. From grade 9 to 12, it will be more complicated.
Yes?
Students will need to finish 24 credits in total in 4 years to be able to graduate from Missou.
Okay. So then students
So
study, usually you have 10 students studying this Algebra 1 together, and then they go to Algebra 2, Algebra 3, something like that. And then they have to do 24 of those to graduate, and that will be grade 12. And the AP is a different option, correct?
here is
So can students just, if they want to, they can just finish everything all at once and then they don't have to know anything?
But
but it will be really hard.
what Eric said is you have to start with Unit 1, and only after you finish Unit 1, then you can do Unit 2. After Unit 2 is finished, then you can do Unit 3. And I guess you can do it as fast as you want. If you can go through everything in 1 month and graduate, you can.
So
But you have to finish it and finish the test and pass the exam online first, correct?
if I finish everything, I can just graduate onto the next grade?
But it will be really hard.
Really?
So basically,
As long as you pass the exam.
basically it's matter we will as a student study 6 subjects. Its course will be half a credit, and so it's matter they will learn the example of the credits the students should have to be able to graduate from Zoom.
So English has 4 credits,
Yes.
and math 3 credits, science 3 credits, social studies 3, etc. And okay. So CTSS, what does that mean?
Critical thinking and study skills.
Okay.
So as you can see, it's matters they will learn 6 courses. And then at the end of grade 12, they will have 24 credits in total.
Okay. Could you show me a little bit more of the grade 9 Algebra 1 or the grade 9 math? go through lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3 again. So this is the first level of grade 9 math. Okay, and lesson 2, if you recognize this stuff, Terry, tell us. This is lesson 2, okay? Lesson 3, rational numbers, real numbers, okay? Lesson 4, which one would you like to see a sample of, like the last music one? Hopefully you can see a hard one too. Lesson 5, that's basic equations, okay? Midterm, just exams. I couldn't hear you, Terry. You're ready to go on? In lesson 7, I think that's what you said you were talking about earlier, linear equations, functions as part of the graph. Graph linear equations, okay. 8. Good. 9. Slope, that's definitely parts of the graph. And you finish at 10, that's the last one, right? Okay.
I see there's points. How many points is needed to pass? What's the max?
You mean in the final exam? The final exam is 140 points in the final exam. It's what it says there. And so does he need to get 70 points to pass this to go to the next algebra 2?
Yes, the student will need to pass at a 60%.
60%.
Yes.
Okay. Could we see a little bit of the science, grade 8 or 9 science? Okay, could you show us what they learn in the science? What is lesson 1? What is lesson 2? Okay.
Grade 9 or grade 8?
Both. Could you go in and see maybe what does it mean for the solar system, lesson 8 or lesson 6, any one of them? Which one is this? This is science? Okay. I can't read that. So lesson 1, nature of science. Okay. Lesson 2, motion. Okay. Forces, friction. So you've started to understand this. Lesson 4, Newton's laws. Okay. Work and machines. Can you show us a science homework or science experiment, or is there a project that the students do? Would that be in every one of the lesson has one, or is it kind of special? Like sometimes students must build a robot, or make a map of the sun and the solar system?
Yes, we have basically, and on science lectures, we order some material for the student to do the experiment. We have some quizzing for the student to check the understanding of the class.
Great. Can we see one?
Quizzes. So basically, quizzes are the homework?
And sometimes the teacher make you do it in class or the computer as a homework.
Assignments?
or your test.
With this, that question at the top, that top of the screen you just showed, that quiz, they were asking about measuring distance, and it asked what unit does the student use? What do you think they teach here? Are they promoting miles or are they promoting kilometers?
America's
Yeah, it depends on the system, so it's up to 10. Because I'm not really teaching this, so I don't know.
In your school, do you tell students to measure how many inches you are, or do you talk about how many centimeters you are, or how many pounds you are, or how many kilograms you are?
I think the teacher will teach the student how to use measure in Vietnam, in Vietnamese, but they will teach the student how to use inch or pounds or how to.
The American system.
Yes.
So they're not focused on the metric system.
I see our teacher order some rulers, some round ruler with centimeters and meters, and which is a student will slow.
They're doing both. Okay.
Yes, of the software.
Example. So this is an example of an assignment.
I don't even know Newton's laws yet. I think I'm stuck on it.
This is grade 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
grade 8. It's science and art for me. From
Okay.
what time to what time the school start and end?
The school will start at 8 in the morning, and then the student will have lunch around 11:45, and then they will come back to class at 1 p.m. And the class will finish around 3:30, and then we have the club time or the homework help after class, and parents can pick them up at 4:30.
He is interested in sports. Do you know what sports teams or student teams you have here?
What's the school sport? Do they do everything or is there like a main sport?
So here we are a small school, so we don't really have a sports team, but we have a gym on the fourth floor, and we have PE class, we have sport club, and here the handball and dodgeball are very.
Do your students have competitions against local school competitions or SIS? Is there like a SNS has competition against SIS?
That's what we are trying to work better next year because we are still a small school with a limited number of students, but we hope that we can do
But it's not yet. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks.